What's up, guys? This is Miller Killer Vapes here. I got another review for you. Welcome to the channel. Today I have the Pulse Dual by Vandy Vape. This is an 18650 dual mod. It is squonkable. You have the Pulse 24 V2 sitting on this bad boy. As you see, I got the Stealth Black. Now, I mean, as you guys can see, this thing is sexy. I mean, all the way around, this thing is flawless. Really is. The looks of it, I love the looks of it. I've been anticipating this and gushing over this bad boy for a very long time. So enough talking. Let's go ahead and dive down, and we're going to see a little bit closer. Here's the mod that comes with the Pulse Dual kit. As you can tell, it has your 2 bars up there for your battery life. It does go in 1-point increments, or you can hold it down. It goes all the way up to 220 watts. It does not round robin though, so you're gonna have to go all the way back down. I know a lot of people don't even go above 150. So I usually stick with around 65 to 70. That's kind of where I like it. You're gonna have your puff counter on here. This thing's very, very easy to navigate. I do really enjoy this rouleau shape. And as you can tell, this is actually how I vape it. So this is my personal preference. I like how I can get on the button and the bottle on the same side. And then on the bottom, you're going to see the Tony B logo, manufactured by Vandy Vape. Now, when you pop this sucker open, you're going to just press back and then open up. Now, one thing that I wish more companies did was put the positive and negative in white. It makes it so much easier than having to, remember which side it was, or, try to figure out which one. You got to undo it and then put it back, or mark it yourself, which some people do. But, that's just the little minor details that Vandy Vape gets is what makes their product so good. So, I'm going to show you the inside. Here's the inside, what it looks like. I don't know if you guys you guys probably won't be able to see. It's just probably black. But you'll have your positive and your negative connection also all the way down there. Go ahead and pop these bad boys in. These are the Ohm Life batteries. So you're going to pull it all the way up, press it down, just like that, snap into place. Now this thing, no battery rattle whatsoever. I mean, this is a really solid device. Now this is 75 by 52.9 by 41.7, which makes it the smallest dual 18650 Squonk mod on the market. And if we're talking about just 18650 Squonk mods, this right here is the best one. Not just of 2018, but out to date. Here's the bottle that you're going to get with your Pulse kit. As you can tell, it has the Pulse logo right there. Now, this is a weird shaped bottle. They did that not just because they didn't want you to put other bottles in there, but this was the best way to make it easy for you to get the bottle in and out, make the least amount of mess possible, and still give you the most juice. Now, this does hold 7 mils. And one thing like this, like, I'm not going to point anything out, but like Wismic, they just came out with the 18650. You have to pull the bottle from out here, and then you have to take this part off, and, there's too many steps. And, Vandy Vape made this very easy for us to do. But yes, if you want another bottle, you're going to have to buy theirs. And there's a lot of juice on this. I'm going to clean this up. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and fill your bottle up. And then you're just going to stick it in right there. Put your top on. Good to go. And here is the deck section of your Pulse 2 RDA. As you can tell, it's almost got that kind of conical half pipe thing going on there. It is postless. Now, the one thing I really love is your juice actually comes out on the deck. It comes out on the deck here, and then it goes down these little channels and pours right down in there to the juice well. This is a 2 mil juice well. And also at the bottom you'll see Pulse. I don't know if you see that. There you go. It's got the Pulse 2 logo, manufactured by Vandy Vape. You got Tony B right there. This is a 24 millimeter RDA, but your juice is going to flow right down there. Let's see if I can get it. But right in here, there's a hole, and that's where the juice gets sucked back down into your bottle. And you obviously have your notches right there, so your tank's not gonna, or your top cap isn't gonna start spinning. Now there's actually two parts to the top cap. You're gonna have your first part, which is this right here, and this is gonna be the one. Screw back on the mod. See, it just locks into place just like that. Then obviously you're going to choose one of your 3 rings. You're going to have your honeycomb single coil. You're going to have your honeycomb dual coil. And then you're going to have your slotted dual coil. Now all of these are slanted. This one might be a little bit easier for you to leak when you're squonking. So far I've used both of these honeycomb, whether it's single or dual. I haven't had any issues with it leaking at all. So let's go ahead and do the dual coil. Pop that right on there. And then you're going to go ahead and put your top cap on. So you're going to line up that little hole with your honeycomb. And there you go. There's your Pulse 2 RDA. Let's go ahead and build on it, and I'll show you guys how it works. And also with your Pulse dual kit, you're going to get this accessories box. Now, I don't know about the final package. It may not have this, but you're going to get your firmware upgradable cable charging also, which I do not recommend charging any batteries in any mod. You need an actual battery charger for that. And then you're going to get a bag full of goodies. You're going to get flatheads that actually the flatheads are pre-installed with the Pulse RD2 RDA. I'm not a fan of them, to be honest with you. I'm really not. I like the hex ones they have. I just think they're better made. So that's what I use. And you're going to have your 510 pin, because your Squonk pin's already going to be already pre-installed. You're going to have extra O-rings and stuff like that. So you're going to get this all with your kit. And if you just get the RDA, you'll still get the other bags. The other bag with all the extra O-rings and stuff like that. Alright, so these are the Tri-Fuse Claptons that it does come with. Let's go ahead and glow them out real quick. Glowing pretty evenly. Now this did come down to a 0.15 build. Going out pretty good. Let's go ahead and wick it up. As you can tell, I did fluff out that cotton a little bit. Now this thing does take a lot of cotton. A lot of cotton. You kind of see right there in between where that hole is, where the juice gets sucked back out. This thing can hold a lot of juice. Now it is a 2 mil juice well, like I said before, but it goes a long way. Go ahead and prime it up a little bit. Go ahead and squonk it for the rest. Alright, so let's go ahead and squonk her up. All the way over. Ooh. See? No mess. None at all. Now today, I am rocking Blue Raz by a company called Keep It 100. Now, you guys know this is my 4th video now that this is my go-to juice. This is my staple juice. This juice I know very well, and I always have a bottle of this on deck. So we're going to go ahead and blow this juice, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think. Alright guys, that's a close look at the Dual Pulse Kit by Vandy Vape. I'm going to go over some pros and cons after I go ahead and take a few tokes off this thing. Show you guys the vapor production on this thing. Whew. As you see, vapor production is just outrageous. Not just that, it's very dense clouds, very dense and very flavorful. Honestly, they did right by this on the original Pulse 24 that came out. I mean, just the upgrades they did to it and the flavor and the production, all that combined makes for one of the most enjoyable vapes. And personally, I think this is all subjective. You know, this is my opinion. I think this is the best dual 18650 Squonk kit with an RDA of 2018. I know there was a lot of them out there, but this one right here takes the cake. Now, I'm going to go over some cons first. One thing, obviously, only the Vandy Vape bottle is going to fit in here. Some of you guys aren't going to like that. Some of you guys are going to like that. But luckily, it's a soft bottle. It's not your hard plastic bottle. You know, this is a really nice soft silicone bottle. Which is one thing I really like. For right now, I've only seen black. You know, obviously a lot of people aren't going to like just a black mod. You know, they do have different color doors and different color drip tips that match those doors, but a lot of people are going to want the colors. One thing with the black, I will say, it leaves a lot of fingerprints and a lot of traces. You can kind of see it right there. But it's going to leave a lot of that. And that's one thing, you know, I personally don't care about that. But I know a lot of people, kind of OCD people out there, are really not going to like that at all. Other than that, I mean, the battery life is awesome. The fact it's 18650. Some people are going to gripe that it's not a 21700 or 2700 battery. But obviously, they went for the shortest Squonk mod that's 18650 on the market, and they knocked this thing out of the park. As far as the RDA goes, I actually don't have any complaints about that. I mean, they give you all the airflow rings. They make it to where it's postless deck, and you can do single coil, dual coil. You know, you can fit some really fat builds in there. And honestly, like I said, in my opinion, you know, I'm a very picky vapor, and this thing right here takes the cake, to be honest with you. Now, as far as pros go, it is postless for the RDA. It is postless. You do have 3 different types of airflows for single coil, dual coil. I mean, this thing is pretty hard to over squonk, and that's a huge thing. It makes it really hard to do that. The menu screen is very easy. I'm not going to go into temperature control modes and all that stuff because I just use variable wattage. That's all I use. So I'm not going to go into that, but I can tell you right now, if I can figure it out, you sure as hell can figure it out. Battery door, there's no rattle at all. There's no rattle. And this thing is pretty sturdy. Unfortunately, I've dropped it twice on concrete. But this thing held up on its own, I'll tell you that, man. So I'm gonna go ahead, and that's it for me, guys. I'll see you on my next video, and we'll go ahead and look at something else. But you guys, seriously, if you like squonking, or you want to get into squonking, you want something that's going to be really easy to build, and you want to have a variety of whether you want to do single coil, dual coil, and you want to have good airflow, and you don't want to over squonk it, this thing takes the cake, in my opinion. I love this. And Vandy Vape, you are killing it right now. So that's it, guys. This is Millie Killer Vapes, and I'm out.